Building skills.
Building homes.
Building community.
My name's Nate, German plumber. Right now I am a foreman that works for Jet Industries. 18 years ago I was going to LCC, I was undecided, and I had the opportunity to work on a job site with another plumber. I ended up really liking it, and so I decided to join the apprenticeship. It was 4 years of schooling and also maintaining a full-time job, but after that 4 years I was a licensed plumber, and I've been doing it ever since, and it's been great. This is the third plumbing company I work for. The first two companies I worked for 8 years apiece. Every day is definitely different, but typically, meet with my crew, get everyone lined out, make sure we got all the material, and everyone has a good idea of what they're doing for that day. I think one of the things I like the most is the challenges, the day-to-day challenges. Every day is different. Honestly, I didn't know that I wanted to do it until I started doing it. It's really nice being able to work on a job site and see what you create actually come together in the end.
My name's Justin Eager. I'm fourth generation trade worker, second generation plumber, living in the Rogue Valley. Did all sorts of things trying to find my path, and ultimately found it back at home with the family business. So as the business grew, I got the opportunity to help run the business with my dad. And so I got into a lot of marketing, got into the management of employees, and I loved all of it. It was really fun to be in a position where I could learn so much, and not necessarily just about the trade I was in, but around the construction industry as a whole. And every time we looked for employees, my dad would always say, give me somebody that can work, I can teach them how to plow. So it wasn't necessarily the hard skills that we cared about most, but those soft skills of being able to show up on time, work through problems, enjoy working with your hands, rely on others, be able to take some critique from time to time, are really what we looked for in employees. Plumbers protect the health of the nation. So you think of a hospital, you think of a home, it wouldn't be a very sanitary, safe place to be if it weren't for the plumbing involved. And we get to help so many people by providing that safe, healthy, clean water and a place for all the waste to go as well. And to help the community in that way is really important.
My name is Justin Clark. I work full-time as a plumber from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then on Thursdays at RCC I teach from 5:30 to 9:30. So the education that's required for apprenticeships, and this kind of goes through other trades apprenticeships, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, you have to have a GED or a high school diploma. You have to have passed Algebra 1. You have to have, with electrical, plumbing, HVAC, you have to have on-the-job hours and class hours to fulfill your apprenticeship. You get a percentage as you scale through. So you'd start out at 50%, you'd work your way up towards 80% of the average wage, and then you would journey out and hopefully make that average or above wage. After journeying out as a plumber, for example, there are several other certifications you can do. There's MedGas, so the medical, the oxygen piping inside hospitals and the anesthesia, the waste anesthesia piping and the tool layer, all sorts of different parts and pieces.
Yeah, so if you'd like to be a plumber, it's pretty straightforward. Just applying and actually just starting classes. You're gonna, 2 nights a week, and maintaining a full-time job is all you really need to do. So, yeah, the one thing I would definitely recommend to my younger self is getting in sooner. This job is really important to me. It creates a lot of job satisfaction from day to day. I never regret the decision where I'm at, and there's been a lot of climbing the ladder. I've never stayed doing the same thing. I look forward to yearly raises and just progressing in this field. One thing that I really appreciate is what we do for the community that a lot of people don't see or understand, and that's basically just keep everyone safe. A lot of things go into making a home, and it's really great to see everything behind the scenes and the whole process to how to make that happen.